The biggest piece I see is don't underestimate the necessity and the benefits of getting hands-on and asking questions. Whether it be, a professor has something that they're involved in that sounds fun. Whether it be you and some buddies have a little space in a garage somewhere and go get a small engine and start tearing it apart and working on it. Learn how to do some of those mechanical things hands-on. Look at AI today, right? Anything is possible in the digital space to make work. But why do we do most of the engineering work we do? Is to make something real. It's to make something physical that many will use, whether it's a bridge, whether it's a car, an airplane, a cell phone. That physical aspect and that understanding of what's actually going on is leaps and bounds ahead of anything you're ever going to learn in a book. So the more chances that you have to get your hands on something, the better. You can never forget that real world aspect of the engineering work that is done.
I think every aspiring engineer should really understand or feel the need to understand why they are doing something. I think in college, even for me, I was doing a lot of the work in classes and never really understanding the why to what I'm doing. For example, in NX, we would learn about part files and assemblies, but we were never really taught the big reason on why. And in today's industry, when I started working at Siemens, some of these companies are using thousands of parts, just like for an airplane, for example. But we were never really taught to look at the big picture, and it's not a university's fault. I mean, NX and CAD in general is a complex software to learn as a freshman, so there's just not enough time. So leveraging Siemens programs to understand where these are used and how these applications are used, I think is very beneficial. Same thing for a business perspective. When we work on engineering, why do we want something to be a specific weight? I think there's just so many whys that every single engineer needs to start really taking consideration. I'm doing this because of this reason and not just because I got to get my grades in.